Marianna Cochran, Rathdrum. Whether we're paid staff, unpaid, elected board members, or concerned citizens, we're all here today because we appreciate the impact libraries can have on our communities. So it was utterly fitting that during National Library Week, our governor signed into law the Children's School and Library Protection Act, a monumental step forward for kids in our libraries. Just so the record is crystal clear regarding an April 11th Coeur d'Alene Press article about this new law, unmentioned in the article is that CLN's revision of the policy in March 2023 to add tiered cards for minors came about only after over a year and a half of a vociferous and unrelenting public pressure campaign and multiple denials by the board. This is not being, quote, ahead of or in front of, unquote, issues, as Director Eccles asserts. And in a case of amazing coincidence, the previous board voted to approve these new minor cards one day before the election filing deadline for the two trustees running for re-election. So I guess that is being ahead of the election. But back to the kids. At the March 16th CLN board meeting, IT Director Mark Foster, under the direction of the interim director Lindsay, discussed that the existing juvenile and young adult materials would need to be considered for reclassification. However, here's a public records request submitted on March 24th, 2024, over 1 year later, asking for the number of items reclassed as a result. In response, Director Eccles stated that a whopping 5 books had been reclassed. In fact, those 5 books had been submitted by patrons as a request for reconsideration, not initiated by CLN. A reference to the new teen section was included with no citation of quantities of books reclassed, so the actual number is still a mystery. Additionally, the response to the records request was received 12 working days after the request was submitted, not within 10 days as required by Idaho Code 74-103. Vacations by the custodian are irrelevant because according to section 74-119, quote, public agencies shall provide an alternate custodian for contingencies, unquote. Bottom line, irrespective of ignored emails or inadequate replies, per the new Children's School and Library Protection Act, as of July 1st, 2024, CLN will be statutorily mandated to reassess their collection for minors. Parents, patrons, and concerned citizens will continue to be vigilant to ensure this new law is implemented. In closing, being ahead of National Library Week, in an April 5th, 2024 email to this board and director, Clean Books for Kids offered a $500 donation to CLN toward the collection for minors. We were happy to kick off the celebration of a milestone week.